Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful day on this wet and very rainy day. At least here in Keller, Texas, it's wet and rainy. But I hope that you're having a great day. This week, we are focusing on carbs. And yesterday, we talked about how carbs are good for you and how they have the benefit of helping us feel full, satiated. They keep us full longer, and all those wonderful benefits. We talked about are white potatoes better than sweet potatoes or vice versa yesterday, and we discussed how really they're pretty much the same unless you're seeking out some immense amounts of vitamin A. You're going to want to go with a sweet potato. Today we're going to talk about bread. Okay, there are many thought patterns on whether bread is good or bad for you. Okay, but what I'm going to talk to you about is what a good option for bread is, especially when you just really need it or really want it because you really want some avocado toast, or maybe you need a sandwich. Okay, so what kind of bread is going to benefit you the most? Okay, and so we're going to talk about what is called Ezekiel bread. Okay, looks like this. That's upside down. There we go. Looks like this. All right, Ezekiel bread is a sprouted bread made from whole grains and legumes that have started germinating, all right? And it is found in the freezer section of the grocery store because it is not a processed bread, all right? Most breads contain refined flours, all right? Ezekiel bread does not, all right? There are no refined flours, so it is richer and it is much richer in healthy nutrients, okay? And so that always spells wonderful things for your body because the intention of food is to provide nutrients to your body. So whatever we're putting into our body, we want to make sure it's giving us that nutritional benefit. And the Ezekiel bread is going to do that for you because, again, it has the sprouted grains rather than refined flours. All right. The other massive benefit that I love about Ezekiel bread is there is 0 grams of added sugar. No sugar whatsoever. Most breads have 2 grams of sugar per serving. Even your low-calorie bread, it's going to have 2 grams of sugar per serving, all right? Ezekiel has 0, all right? And that is always best. We want to reduce, if not completely eliminate, sugar from our diets. And Ezekiel bread will do that for you. Now, Ezekiel bread contains, or any sprouted bread, I know there's some other brands out there now, contains 4 cereal grains, all right? Contains wheat, millet, barley, and spelt, okay? But it also contains legumes. It has soybeans and lentils in it. And there are many benefits from those things. We're not going to get into it too much today, but basically that equates to having massive amount of nutrients in your diet instead of having refined flours, okay? Now, why is it so important that these are sprouted grains, okay? Grains and legumes, like many other seeds, do not want to be eaten, all right? They have survival mechanisms that help animals know that you're not supposed to eat this, okay? One of those elements are called anti-nutrients, all right? Anti-nutrients discourage animals from eating the seeds, the legumes, or whatever it may be, so that it can survive and grow later, okay? Now, what do these anti-nutrients do? What they do is they prevent the absorption of nutrients, and they inhibit digestive enzymes, okay? Typically, cooking does not eliminate all anti-nutrients. What you need to do with legumes, beans, all those things, are you need to soak them to where they sprout. That way, it'll reduce the number of anti-nutrients in the legume or in the grain, okay? Anti-nutrients, they contribute to vitamin and nutrient deficiencies, especially if you're on like a all-vegetarian diet, okay? So if you're on a vegetarian diet, just in general, you need to make sure that you are sprouting the legumes to help combat this nutrient deficiency. Okay, so these anti-nutrients, they contribute to vitamin and nutrient deficiencies, all right? So by sprouting the grains and the legumes, that increases the number of healthy nutrients that you can absorb through eating them, all right? And it also reduces the number of anti-nutrients within the grain, all right? When we sprout them, that actually increases the soluble fiber in the grains. It increases the folate, the vitamin C, vitamin E, and the beta carotene, okay? So you are now able to get all these things and in much larger amounts to benefit your body, okay? Also, sprouting breaks down the starch. So you now have fewer carbs through eating sprouted grains, and in this case, by having Ezekiel bread. And sprouting also decreases, doesn't completely eliminate, but decreases the level of gluten, in which in many people that's really helpful, especially on your gut. Now, with Ezekiel bread, it does contain gluten, so if you have celiac disease, it's not an answer to that problem, okay? But having that decreased level of gluten in it is going to help the general population, okay? So if bread is something that you're going to choose for your carbs, highly recommend doing the Ezekiel bread, okay? It does need to stay in the freezer because it's not processed, and so stays in the freezer so that way it can keep, and it is a great solution for sandwiches and toast and all the things in your life. So if you're going to choose bread, I highly recommend choosing Ezekiel bread or any other kind of sprouted grain bread that is in the freezer section, okay? Not off the shelf, because then it means it's been processed. Okay, guys? That is all we have for today. If you guys need any help on nutrition advice or needing help, getting encouragement to keep up with your fitness and health goals, please reach out to myself or to my husband, Samuel George. We would love to help you out. Have a great day. Bye.